Craig, a 1-0 victory over Ossett United this evening. What were your thoughts on the performance?
Yeah, I think a massive improvement from Saturday for us. We look to have an identity tonight on the pitch. I thought some good patterns of play, some good movement from us. I was pleased with the performance. Obviously not where we still nowhere near where we want to get to, but you could see tonight that we look like a team. Saturday we didn't really gel as well, but tonight I thought we played well.
Yeah, you mentioned that there was a little bit of probably a bit of gap between where we know this team can play and the performance tonight, and especially from last time. What do you think is in between that gap? What do you think the side need to do to get to that standard?
I think we just need to keep working hard. Obviously we're in pre-season. Again, going back to Saturday, let's not keep going backwards, but they'd had a very, very tough week. I don't think there was much energy in the side. It was tonight's and Saturday till Tuesday. They've had plenty of rest, and I think you could just see how fresh we were tonight, and I think the eagerness to get out there as well and get playing with each other and get get the ball moving and playing football really. And I thought they did. I thought we played some really good stuff in at certain times tonight. But again, not perfect. We still can improve. We're back in Thursday to make sure we're doing that, but it's a big step in the right direction for us.
Yeah, the biggest positive was that combination play at times where maybe didn't probably break the final ball as much as we could probably do, and we would normally do in a league situation. How good was the sort of overall play in terms of possession?
Yeah, I think at times when we need to go through the lines quickly, I think we did that. I think we did it with better quality tonight as well. So when we needed to go, forward quickly, straight into maybe the front three or the wide fullbacks, we did it with quality and they looked after the ball. But the same token is, when we kept the ball, we had to be patient and just relax a little bit. I thought again we kept him, we waited for the right time to then be able to go forward and move forward. So I thought it was really good. I thought the control of the ball tonight were good. And I think if you look at the final third, we've created chances in there. We know we've got to be better. Once we get through there and get into the final third, especially into their 18-yard box. And more anything, if I'm probably frustrated a little bit, is that probably when we have got in around the 18-yard box, we can't be shy of pulling the trigger. We're trying to want that little extra pass to try and walk the ball into net rather than pull the trigger and hit the target.
We talked about the attacking side. What about the defensive side? Obviously the first clean sheet of pre-season. Adam's not really had too much to do, and when he was called into action he made 2 really good saves.
Yeah, Adam's been great since he's been here, and it's good for him to get a couple of pot shots off at the end. He's done extremely well. But I thought about for tonight, I think again I'm more pleased. Yes, clean sheets are great. Yes, but we pride ourselves on being an attacking side, and the defenders have got to be able to start the attacks up. I think Saturday we went too long, too quick, and too big, and tried to rely on Uzi and answered and stick it up there and let them have a fight about it. I thought they controlled the ball, and they're the start of our attack. When they defended, had to defend well. Hamza and Jack, especially at centre halves, I thought did extremely well. Because it's not easy against their centre forwards. They're very physical and good in the air. So again, I thought they dealt with the physical side really well.
Another positive tonight was number 16, obviously named on the team sheet as trialist, but it was Dan Gillett from the reserves. Yep. How did you feel like he settled into the closing stages when he came on? But how good is it to see that progression? I think you've been really fair in getting a lot of the reserves, whether they've been training or in pre-season matches or the Senior Cup, and getting them involved.
Yeah, I think first thing is to mention Ian and Julian Watts and Matt in what they're doing with the reserves and the academy and that side of things, working into Laurie and to the full-time scholarship that they've got. We've got to be a club that develops youth as well, and he's been standing out at the minute in time for the reserves. He's deserved to come in and be around it. It's good for us to have a look. If we can't have a look at individuals through pre-season and show that the door's open for people, then when can we? So it was great to get him involved. A short space at the end, and I thought he did extremely well when he came on against grown men. And he'll set him in good stead. And there'll be plenty more coming and training with us and getting game time and being involved around the first team, as well as us being involved at training with them. In 2 weeks' time, we've already got an in-house game that we'll do a training session against the young kids, should I call them? But we've got to show that there is progression into this first team, and while I'm in charge here, there certainly will be.
Bridlington on Saturday, what are you expecting from them?
Obviously, a very tough game. I know I keep saying it every single time, but that's what pre-season's about. We're back in Thursday, where the guys are going to cover a lot of mileage again. It's going to be very difficult. So, again, going into Saturday, we've got to try and get the best out of it we possibly can. But it's good for us as well to get on the road, get on a bus together, get the journey going and get used to being back onto that, because, we only play 50% at home, so it's good to get away and get out of unfamiliar territory, get onto a grass pitch as well, get out there and come against an opposition that's going to be very competitive in their league this year. So it's going to be a test, but one that we again, I think we're looking forward to in many ways. For us, that takes us out of his comfort zone and gets us started on that road.
And I suppose with the two results that we had with Bridlington last year, we may be 0-1 a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's a bit. I think it's probably taking it away from a pre-season game. But yeah, they took points off us last year, and obviously we didn't get to beat them. But it is what it is. But I've never, until you mentioned it, I've never really thought about that. We're looking at it as a pre-season game, and we've got to try and get the best out of it that we possibly can, and make sure that we're taking a step forward after that game, to make sure again that we're looking for the first game of the season. And we have to, again, like we've done from Saturday, we've taken a massive step forward tonight, and then going into Saturday again, we're going to now take another step forward and improve again.
Was when you, obviously, like you mentioned, we play a lot of friendlies at home, and we have done through your reign. With this being sort of one that's further away, a fan favourite almost as well, with it being Bridlington, but a coastal side where we've talked in this league, we've got like some Morpeth and Mask and Workington. So these long trips, is it just good to prepare them early on like this?
No, it's because it's fish and chips, isn't it? No, you're right what you're saying. It's we've got to take the players out their comfort zone. We can't just have it here and everything be nice and lovely. And I mean that in a great way. We're going to have really long away trips. We're going to have to set off early. We're going to have to get on a coach together. We're going to have to get used to that, used to gelling, because it's all part of football. And that starts from Saturday, and the reason this game we're put in is to take us out of our comfort zone and get us used to what we're going to have to put up with this year. So we'll be setting off nice and early. The lads will be on there. We will be travelling long distance to a coastal side. And like I said, if they do well, they work hard, and we get a good result, they might even get treated to some fish and chips themselves.